Man, you guys would have fried me. I had the wrong songs queued up, let's say. I almost skipped the first track of this video, the Artilleryman one. Yeah, that almost got ixnayed. And I would have gotten fried for it, like I said. Glad I fixed it. Hi guys, welcome to L33Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Boom. I know I am. And we are back with Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, baby. We're back. We're doing side 2. We did side 1 last week, maybe 10 days ago. I was off by a couple days with this one, but that's alright. This is courtesy of our alpha patron, Barry. You rock, brother. Seriously, thank you so much, man. And I absolutely loved side 1. It was not what I was expecting in the slightest. And I have a feeling this week's going to be even better, so let's see. I'll link part 1 up there if you missed it, you want to check it out. I've got all kinds of stuff on the channel as well. We have a Patreon in the description if you want to join. There's a PayPal for tips and stuff like that too. It always helps. And alright, I'll shut up. The Artillerymen and the Fighting Machine, Jeff Wayne, and a lot of other people. 3, 2, 1. Go. Sorry, Artillerymen and the Fighting Machine.
The hammering from the pit and the pounding of guns grew louder.
Mr. Burton.
My fear rose at the sound of someone creeping into the house.
Sir Burton.
Then I saw it was a young artilleryman, weary, streaked with blood and dirt.
Anyone here?
Come in. Here, drink this.
Thank you.
What's happened?
They wiped us out. Hundreds dead, maybe thousands.
The heat ray?
The Martians. They were inside the hoods of machines they'd made. Massive metal things on legs. Giant machines that walked. They attacked us. They wiped us out.
Machines?
Fighting machines. Picking up men and bashing them against trees. Just hunks of metal, but they knew exactly what they were doing.
There was another cylinder came last night.
Yes. Yes, it looked bound for London.
London. Carrie. I hadn't dreamed there could be danger to Carrie and her father so many miles away. I must go to London at once.
And me. To report to headquarters. If there's anything left of it.
Oh wow, nice. It's a good transition from the written or the spoken part to this.
At Byfleet we came upon an inn, but it was deserted.
Is everybody dead?
Not everybody. Look, 6 cannons with gunners standing by.
Bows and arrows against the lightning. They haven't seen the heat ray yet.
Bows and arrows against lightning. That's scary. Okay. That snare, wow. Totally bringing this to life.
We hurried along the road to Weybridge. Suddenly, there was a heavy explosion. The ground heaved. Windows shattered. Gusts of smoke erupted into the air.
Look! There they are! What did I tell you?
That's crazy.
Quickly, one after the other, 4 of the fighting machines appeared. Monstrous tripods higher than the tallest steeple, striding over the pine trees and smashing them. Walking engines of glittering metal, each carried a huge funnel, and I realized with horror that I'd seen this awful thing before.
Oh, bring it back, yeah. It's the heat ray motif. So good. What a complete experience.
A 5th machine appeared on the far bank. It raised itself to full height, flourished the funnel high in the air, and the ghostly, terrible heat ray struck the town. As it struck, all 5 fighting machines exulted, emitting deafening howls which roared like thunder.
That is absolutely nuts. Star Wars came out the year before, right? That's cool. It just doesn't stop. How could I have missed this song, bro? I've been so
The 6 guns we had seen now fired simultaneously, decapitating a fighting machine. The Martian inside the hood was slain, splashed to the 4 winds, and the body, nothing now but an intricate device of metal, went whirling to destruction. As the other monsters advanced, people ran away blindly, the artillerymen among them. But I jumped into the water and hid until forced up to breathe.
They knock one down?
Now the guns spoke again, but this time the heat ray sent them to oblivion.
They got one down at least. I hear some UK in this, the band, Bill Hoover. Eddie Jobson.
flash, the heat ray swept across the river. Scalded, half-blinded and agonized, I staggered through leaping, hissing water towards the shore. I fell helplessly in full sight of the Martians, expecting nothing but death. The foot of a fighting machine came down close to my head, then lifted again as the 4 Martians carried away the debris of their fallen comrade. And I realized that by a miracle, I had escaped.
Of course. That plot armor. Kind of in awe right now, I'm not gonna lie. I know that was supposed to be like sheer terror, but that was like 10 minutes of pure bliss. Like hands down, that was incredible. Forever Autumn. Justin Hayward.
For 3 days, I fought my way along roads packed with refugees, the homeless, burdened with boxes and bundles containing their valuables. All that was of value to me was in London. But by the time I reached their little red brick house, Carrie and her father were gone.
The summer sun is fading as the year grows old, and darker days are drawing near.
The Moody Blues.
The winter winds will be much colder. Now you're not here. I watch the birds fly south across the autumn sky, and one by one they disappear. I wish that I was flying with them. Now you're not here. Like the sun through the trees, you came to
Narrating and
love
singing at the
me.
same time, basically.
Like a leaf on a breeze, you blew away.
This is breathtaking, dude. I don't get to listen to stuff this good.
Through autumn's
often.
golden gown, we used to kick our way.
I'm not worthy.
You always love this time of year. Those fallen leaves lie undisturbed now, 'cause you're not here. 'Cause you're not here. 'Cause you're not
I could just, so many
Fire
colors
suddenly
in
leapt
this
from
painting.
house to house. The population panicked and ran, and I was swept along with them, aimless and lost without Carrie. Finally, I headed eastward for the ocean and my only hope of survival,
Drummer is killing
a
it.
boat out of England.
like the sun through the trees. You came to love me. Like a leaf on a breeze, you blew away.
So powerful. It's so evocative. evocative, man.
A gentle rain falls softly on my weary eyes, as if to hide a lonely tear. My life will be forever autumn, 'cause you're not here, 'cause you're not here, 'cause you're not here.
As I hastened through Covent Garden, Blackfriars and Billingsgate, more and more people joined the painful exodus. Sad, weary women, their children stumbling and streaked with tears, their men bitter and angry, the rich rubbing shoulders with beggars and outcasts. Dogs snarled and whined, the horses' bits were covered with foam, and here and there were wounded soldiers, as helpless as the rest.
So it's gonna be like any disaster, not an alien invasion. Maybe not though.
We saw tripods wading up the Thames, cutting through bridges as though they were paper. Waterloo Bridge, Westminster Bridge.
Not Waterloo.
One appeared above Big Ben. Never before in the history of the world had such a mass of human beings moved and suffered together. This was no disciplined march. It was a stampede, without order and without a goal. 6 million people, unarmed and unprovisioned, driving headlong. It was the beginning of the rout of civilization, of the massacre of mankind.
Man, I got some questions. I got some literary questions.
A vast crowd buffeted me towards the already packed steamer. I looked up enviously at those safely on board, straight into the eyes of my beloved Carrie. At sight of me, she began to fight her way along the packed deck to the gangplank. At that very moment, it was raised, and I caught a last glimpse of her despairing face as the crowd swept me away from her.
Like the sun through the trees, you came to love me.
Justin's voice is magical.
Like a leaf on a breeze, you blew away.
Damn, that last one hit so hard. Holy shit.
Through autumn's golden gown, we used to kick our way. You always loved this time of year. Those fallen leaves lie undisturbed now, 'cause you're not here, 'cause you're not here, 'cause you're not here.
Thunderchild. The smooth transition is so tasteful. I love it.
The steamer began to move slowly away, but on the landward horizon appeared the silhouette of a fighting machine. Another came, and another, striding over hills and trees, plunging far out to sea and blocking the exit of the steamer. Between them lay the silent, grey, ironclad Thunderchild. Slowly it moved toward shore, Then with a deafening roar and whoosh of spray, it swung about and drove at full speed towards the waiting Martians.
There were ships of shapes and sizes scattered out along the bay, and I thought I heard her calling as the steamer pulled away. The invaders must have seen them as across the coast they filed, standing firm between them. There lay Thunderchild, moving swiftly through the waters, cannons blazing as she came, brought a mighty metal warlord crashing down in sheets of flame. Sensing victory was nearing, thinking fortune must have smiled.
This is so hard to react to.
People started cheering.
I don't care though.
Come on, Thunderchild. Come on, Thunderchild.
Is that our weapon? Makes sense. Are the fighting machines?
The Martians
ours?
released their black smoke, but the ship sped on, cutting down one of the tripod figures. Instantly, the others raised their heat rays and melted the Thunderchild's valiant heart.
Nope. No bueno.
Lashing ropes and smashing timbers, flashing heat rays pierce the deck, dashing hopes for our deliverance as we watch the sinking wreck. With the smoke of
This song
battle
reminds me of
clearing,
Jesus Christ
all
Superstar a
the
little bit.
brazen waves
Just in the singing.
defiled, slowly disappearing. Farewell, Thunderchild, slowly disappearing. Farewell, Thunderchild. Farewell, Thunderchild. Farewell, Thunderchild.
When the smoke cleared, the little steamer had reached the misty horizon, and
I give
Carrie
up, bro.
was safe. But the Thunderchild had vanished forever, taking with her man's last hope of victory. The leaden sky was lit by green flashes, cylinder following cylinder, and no one and nothing was left now to fight them. The Earth belonged to the Martians.
For now. Come on. Like, there's no, you can't get any more epic than this. I want to stand up and clap, but I don't think that's appropriate. Man, I want to play side 3 already. Come on. The dread is palpable. The unknown. I tip my vitamin water to you, Jeff Wayne. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What the fuck? Well, if I've learned anything in my time on YouTube, you have to ride the waves, basically. And sometimes you get small waves, sometimes you get big waves. Sometimes you get this, which is basically just a musical and literary tsunami. Like I said last week, this is a hybrid I've never really heard before, because it's part musical, part like prog rock, part book narration. Like, this is like the complete synthesis of art other than like visual, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard to explain other than that, but this is magical. This is an absolute I want to say it's like a majestic bird just like soaring by that you like never ever see, you know, and then you see it, you're like, oh my god, look at that bird, and then it's gone, you know, but hey, at least you saw it. And it's how I felt here. At some points I felt just like a passenger almost, like I think obviously, you know, they're taking you through a book, so you're gonna feel like you're going on a journey. I can't describe that first 10 minutes, the Artillerymen song. That felt like one of the heights of the album so far. But then Forever Autumn just like kept that going all the way. Thunderchild was still really good too. I feel like it's kind of hard to break this up into like songs and stuff, even though apparently they released 4 singles for this. And the Forever Autumn I heard was, I think, just the Justin Hayward version. I don't think it had all the extra narration and sound effects, and I think it was shorter. So I think I've heard like that chorus and stuff before, but I haven't heard the actual full song around it. And man, that was so damn bone chilling. By the last go around of that chorus, like, it really, really sinks in how lost he is. You know, that's how I would feel too if I was somewhere else when the apocalypse happened, basically, or we were under attack, and I get back to the house and kids are gone, girls gone, like, you know what I mean? Like, that feeling must be just absolute, like I said, not dread per se, but like hopelessness. But there's still like this beauty, you know, because he's talking about, like, you know, autumn and stuff like that, and how she loved it and it was her favorite season and stuff like that. So that was a masterstroke of a song to place after all that action that occurs in the first 4 tracks, to throw that in track 5, basically, where it just kind of stops the show, but without stopping it, you know, it gives you time to breathe and reflect on what you basically just went through, because it feels like you're in the middle of a space war, basically. You know, there's like lasers getting fired back and forth, and I know that, you know, this is 78, I think, so 77 was Star Wars, so I'm guessing this was a part of that in a way, even though I know War of the Worlds came way before that, but this version of it, and like I said, this synthesis of audio and just literary, it's incredible. Like, I've never heard anything like it. Even Jesus Christ Superstar, which I got a little bit of vibes in that in the last song, just in the vocal work, but for the most part, this is something that is new territory for me, which is hard to say, because I think I'm pushing like 3,000 videos almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've listened to a lot of stuff on here, and then that's not even talking about the stuff that I listen to outside of here, so get out of here, brother. Sorry, yeah, camera. It's crazy to think that all the stuff I listen to, it basically originates from stuff like this, you know? Like, this almost feels like the pinnacle of so many things at once. Like, I can't imagine the live show of this, if there is one. I think you guys said in the comments last week there was like a live show and, you know, musical and stuff like that. I gotta watch that, bro. I mean, just from the first 2 sides alone, that was probably the best album I've heard this year so far, other than The Wall. But, you know, that's kind of like a similar, but kind of different at the same time. I can't really rate those together. But like musically and instrumentally, I mean, you cannot get any more on point than this dude. The drummer went the fuck off on these 3 songs. I mean, he was already going crazy in the first side, but this one, oh my god. Him and I have to hold on. It's personnel list. I have to make sure I have this up right. Oh my god, that was insane. Oh, the Artilleryman returns next week. Oh, that'll be good. Alright, so Richard Burton, Chris Spedding on guitar, Joe Partridge on guitar, Herbie Flowers on the bass, good god, man. Oh, Barry Morgan on the drums, good god, man. Barry D'Souza on percussion, Roy Jones, Ray Cooper all on percussion as well. Jeff Wayne on piano, jangle piano, harpsichord, and the conductor. Ken Freeman on synthesizer, organ, electric piano. The Red Weed will be next week, I think, right? Yeah. George Fenton on tar, santor, and zither. So there's all kinds of people. There's people for the script. That was Doreen Wayne. Jeff Wayne did the composing, orchestration, and producing. Jerry Wayne was the director of dramatic and narrative sections. So there you go. It was almost like it was a family project with all these people involved with the Waynes, man. And I don't know if it's paid dividends. I don't know. Honestly, going off the views of last week, obviously this album's still alive and well in the consciousness of people because a lot of people tuned in for it, and I appreciate that. And all the nice comments you guys left, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all that. And if you want to leave some more, please go ahead. I do have some questions. The fighting machines, those are ours. And if so, what are they? Are they like tanks or like just artillery? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the adaptation of the original novel, so it's not like up to date sort of stuff like it was in the War of the Worlds that I know. And then Thunderchild, I'm guessing, was some kind of weapon that we had too, but they destroyed it. And like I said last week, I like that this is more of a war in a way. It's not an invasion of the worlds, it's a war of the worlds. There's battles being fought, there's wins and losses on both sides, but there's a lot of losses on our side, way more than the other. I kind of know how it ends, at least the version that I know, so I'm guessing, there's I think it's the cold that does it or something like that, so I guess that's all I know about it, to be honest, so I guess we'll see. If I had to pick out of those 3, which is very hard, you can't really, because the first 2 songs are just so diametrically opposed, but they fit so well. Like the transitions, I guess, they're seamless, absolutely seamless from one song into the next. Even though it's it's one long piece basically. They just had to break it up for the albums and stuff like that, or for the album sides. I wish I could do it all at once. I wish my computer could record a video that long because I have to talk for an hour afterwards too, probably. But hey, Barry, thank you so much, man. Like that was an experience I will never forget, and I cannot wait for side 3. Hopefully it keeps going like this. Honestly, I don't know how it can get any better. Like it's already at that level. It can't top that. I mean, maybe I'll eat my words and it will, but that felt like the pinnacle of the album as well. That side, that was the action, but I'm guessing side 3 is gonna be just as good. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Like I said, the drumming throughout was insane. The key work, especially for like the motif for the ray machine, whatever the frick it is. The heat ray. There you go. The heat ray, the motif, so cool to bring it back at points when the heat ray shows up. Very smart. They really are taking the best out of musicals and that kind of composing, the instrumentation from like prog rock music and stuff like that, a little bit of funk as well. You got Herbie Flowers in the bass. It's gonna be funky, bro. You can't stop that, man. There was hella bass lines in this that were just like, gives you the stank face. And there was lots of parts like that. Like there was so much that happened on this side that I wish I had an hour to sit here and just talk about it, but honestly, I would just play it over again at that point instead of listening to my dumbass talk. I would definitely go with Artilleryman as my favorite, but the way that Justin Hayward's voice captured that just loneliness and hopelessness, and almost, like I said, a touch of despair, his voice was perfect for that, and you could feel every bit of it. I feel like also like the singer from King Crimson could have done that very well. His name is escaping me in the moment, and I feel like a shithead. Oh my god. What is his name? I'm trying to remember without looking it up. Oh my god, I'm looking at his face on the damn album. It's not John. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the singer from King Crimson, man, he definitely could have done that well, as I think, as well. But Justin Hayward, perfect pick for that. That song will be with me forever, I feel like. Because sometimes it can feel like it's just forever autumn, you know, and the rain will never stop, and it'll just always be a gloomy sort of feeling, you know, even though autumn is my favorite month, to be honest. I don't know, just that feeling of loss was captured, that essence of it, and I think that was one of the highlights of the album so far for me, because I felt so many feelings in that moment. That last chorus go around, like it's like the final nail in the coffin, basically. And man, I wish I could say more, guys, but that was a lot, to be honest, and that deserves many replays to actually enjoy all the intricacies and just details that they threw in there. There's so many little chords and just like minor sections that they use to kind of glue everything together that they deserve accolades as well. Like every second of that was just masterful. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching, guys. I will try and get side 3 out next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You'll see. It'll be out. Whatever. It don't matter. But it is coming, and I can't wait. Thank you again, Barry, man. That was a wonderful, 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 wonderful video, and I can't wait for more. See you later.